Hi YouTube, it's Kathy, and today I'm here to share a giveaway haul. Christina over at Dragons, Zombies, and Aliens recently had a giveaway for her 3-year channel anniversary. She actually had 3 giveaways. One was Dragons, one was Zombies, and one was Aliens. And I won one of those giveaways. I think I remember which one I won, but I basically try to forget this information so that everything that I'm getting is a big surprise to me. There was a whole video explaining what was going to be in every prize pack, but I specifically didn't check that. I just went, all of these sound interesting to me, I'm entering. Before I get into what I got, and Christina didn't ask me to do this whatsoever, I just want to say that if you haven't checked out her channel, it is linked down below. She puts out a lot of really interesting content, and she's a mixture between booktube and writertube, so she's got a lot of really interesting videos. For example, what's the difference between sci-fi and fantasy? She'll talk about different tropes that she likes, she'll do different reviews that are very in-depth. So if any of that sounds good, go check out her channel after you see what she sent me. I already cut through the tape, but I haven't looked at what's in there yet, so let's do that together. First, there's an envelope with my name on it, so I imagine this is a note, and I'm going to read it later. And then I knew that I was getting books and a couple of other things, so I'm just going to pick at random as to what's in the box right now. The first thing is this Funko Pop of Toothless, so I'm guessing that yes indeed I did get the dragon box, which is really exciting because I love dragons. This is also super cute, and I don't collect Funkos, so I'm gonna be one of those people that actually takes it out of the box and puts it somewhere, because that's who I am as a person. In fact, I'm gonna do that now because it's really cute and you probably can't see it through the glare. Look at how cute he is. The other item that isn't a book, I'm pretty sure is a mug, and I'm excited because I love mugs. Always playing the game of how does this mug box open so I don't break the mug. There we go, success. Oh my goodness, this is actually really cool. This is actually merch for Dragons, Zombies, and Aliens, which is fantastic. I also love that on the back it's YouTube channel for feminist geeks. That's me. I know what I'm using to drink my coffee tomorrow. And on to the books. From a quick count without trying to look at the spines, there are 6 of them, which is amazing. This is an amazing amount to get from a giveaway. So at random, let's grab them, let's figure out what they are. First we have The Bird King by G. Willow Wilson, which is amazing because this is actually a book I've had my eye on and has been on my eventual TBR because of G. Willow Wilson, who writes the Ms. Marvel comics. I've also had the pleasure of seeing G. Willow Wilson speak at a convention before, so this is even more exciting. I'm not going to read the whole blurb, but I am going to give you an idea of what this is about. The Bird King tells the story of Fatima, a concubine in the royal court of the Sultan of Granada, and her dearest friend Hassan, the palace mapmaker. Hassan has a secret. He can make maps of places he's never seen and bend the shape of reality with his paper and pen. Yes, that's all I'm going to read because I love going into my books not knowing too much about them, and that's enough to hook me in. Also, this is stunning. It's got a beautiful map at the beginning of it. I love me some pretty end papers. And this choice of font color is also stunning. On to book number 2, and I feel like this is the one that all of you have read and I haven't, and that's The Poppy War. I haven't read this yet, so this is perfect. Seems like all of you know what this is about, but I don't really because I haven't been paying any attention, so let's find out together. She is a peasant, she is a student, she is a soldier, she is a goddess. When Rin aced Kiju, the empire-wide test to find the most talented youth to study at the academies, it was a shock to everyone. To the test officials, who couldn't believe a war orphan from Rooster Province could pass without cheating, to Rin's guardians, who always thought they'd be able to marry Rin off to further their criminal enterprise, and to Rin herself. But surprises aren't always good. And with that line in mind, I'm going to keep the rest of the synopsis a surprise for myself. Next we have The Wolf and the Whale. I have never heard of this. Let's find out what it is. Ooh, there's actually a synopsis on the back! None of that French flat bullshit for this book. There's a very old story, rarely told, of a wolf that runs into the ocean and becomes a whale. Born with the soul of a hunter and the spirit of a wolf, Omat is destined to follow her grandfather's footsteps, invoking the spirits of the land, sea, and sky to protect her people. But the gods have stopped listening and Omat's family is starving. Alone at the edge of the world, hope is all they have left. Desperate to save them, Omat journeys across the icy waters, fighting for survival with every step. When she meets a Viking warrior and his strange new gods, they set in motion a conflict that could shatter her world or save it. This sounds pretty badass. Next we have Witchmark, which is another book that is on my list. In an original world reminiscent of Edwardian England, in the shadow of World War, cabals of noble families use their unique magical gifts to control the fates of nations, while one young man seeks only to live a life of his own. What I know about this is it feels like historical fiction, but set in a different world, and there's magic, and I'm pretty sure queer characters, which is why it would be on my TBR to begin with. Penultimately, we have The Channeler, which is book 1 of the Continuum series. Caleb Swift knows he's a complicated guy. He sees the unseeable, winged beings that haunt both his dreams and his waking visions. He knows the unknowable, horrifying visions of countless unspeakable futures he feels powerless to prevent. And if that weren't bad enough, these potent revelations might be driving him insane. Who needs this kind of trouble? I mean, the answer is nobody. This is a debut novel. I've never heard of it before. I'm excited to get into it. And the final book in the box is The Rules of Enchantment, an erotic fantasy adventure novel. I mean, I feel like it says it all right on the front of the book, and this is pretty thin, so let's see what kind of setup we have for this. In a mythical kingdom, an exiled sorcerer named Leith plots to overthrow the restrictions placed on the use of magic by the Academy. Suspecting the worst, the Academy sends a beautiful young scribe, Kyler, to be his apprentice and act as an unwitting spy. Leith tries to drive her away by proving his reputation as a vicious and unforgiving master, but he soon discovers his new pupil is far more useful than she appears. As her charms and magical abilities become all too tempting for him to resist, the two join forces to fulfill a hidden prophecy that will grant them incredible power. Together, the sorcerer and the scribe will change Salandria's history forever. Their story is equally sinister and sensual, a romantic dark fantasy adventure full of suspense and surprises. Ooh, and this is written by a college writing professor, which is kind of cool. And there we have it. This is the prize pack that was sent to me by Christina from Dragons, Zombies, and Aliens. Which of these books are you most excited for me to read? Let me know about it down in the comments below. On the way down to the comments, if you hit that subscribe button, that would be very nice of you. If you don't feel like leaving a comment but want to make sure that I know you're here, just leave me an emoji or a smiley face if you're on your keyboard. Some people have asked if there's a way to financially support this channel, so I recently set up a Ko-fi account, which is a digital tipping service. The link for that is down below, as well as the link to my PayPal and my Amazon wishlist in case you would like to buy me a book. You can like and share this as you see fit, and I will see you very soon. Bye!